Hi, I'm Jo Devon, co-founder of the Positive Living Skills Initiative in Australia, and I'm going to spend approximately the next 10 minutes showing you through the contents and inclusions within the Positive Living Skills Primary School Wellbeing program. So we've got a 12-unit program, and I'm going to quickly show you through the folders that are included that a school receives when they join the Positive Living Skills community as a member school. So I'm going to share my screen here and share with you some information. So these folders are shared either via cloud or sent out via USB to our member schools, and this is what they receive. So I'm going to go through these folders. There's 5 folders, and show you through the program. So first of all, introductions. So what we include for our member schools are introductory presentations. So if you would like to, we onboard, or we present, or we train, or introduce the program via Zoom like this to the Wellbeing coordinators, school principals, exec teams, faculties of teachers. We're here to support schools to begin and roll out the program. But if they prefer to or want to also present to the teams themselves, this PowerPoint presentation has 27 or 28 scripted slides that help present the background, the aims, the principles, the structure of the program, and introduces the 12 core concepts, 6 core concepts and 6 extension concepts found within the Positive Living Skills Wellbeing program. So there's 28 odd slides there, and there's also a presentation for families. So it's pre-prepared, pre-scripted. If you want to present something to your PNC or families, or you're doing a presentation, communication night with families, that presentation is all scripted and prepared for you also. Next, the teacher's manual. So inside this folder is another 5 folders, and that just goes through a lot of teacher resources. So inside the teacher resource folder, you've got introductory documents, background, beliefs, philosophies. You can meet Possible, who's the mascot character for the Foundation to Year 2 level of the program, and also he features in our preschool program as well. You get a puppet that you can use in the early stages for him also. Shows you a lesson outline, showing you all the lesson names for the core 6 units and the extension 6 units. The extension level of the program expands on the core concepts and supports students in years 3 to 6 even more to prepare to transition to high school. And with their scope and sequence delivery options, this is the introductory document for that, and I will go through that in a little bit more in a moment. General instructions, record keeping checklists, extra resources there on resilience. Then we get to the folder number 2, a reflection lesson template. So we've put a Word version of a reflection lesson template in there for all 12 units of the program, and that allows you, if you want to consolidate the learning or offer further reflection lessons, and you've got a template to do that with. Each of the 12 units has its own teacher reference guide. So this is an in-depth look at the core concept you might be teaching. It's a 6 to 8 page document that defines the topic, talks about the content, talks about the concept, talks about the background and the research and the evidence that supports that part of the program, with all the references listed. Now, this is for teachers who want to look into the theoretical background of what we've put together in the 216 learning experiences. You don't have to look at these. They're just here for you if you want to delve into that. So there's all 12 of those are there. You've also got, for each of the 12 units, a family newsletter. So while those documents are 6 to 8 pages, these are 1 to 2, designed to send home to families, giving them a 2-page snapshot of the content. So I'll pick cooperation, that introduces them to the concept, a little bit of the background, and then actually suggests ways that families can implement that concept at home as well. So that gives them extra resources for you to share. There's also a mapping to all these 216 learning experiences are mapped to the national F10 curriculum. We've also included some syllabus mapping to New South Wales PDHPE by our lovely partner school out at Burke Ward, Emily from Burke Ward. So that's included as well for New South Wales teachers. Each of the units we've presented as individual learning experiences and as units of work. So if you like to print out a unit of work and deliver it that way, you might choose to do that. So for leadership, for example, for years 3 to 4, years 5 to 6, so that's the 2 levels that this content delivers to. You might open up the leadership level of work, unit of work for years 3 to 4. It gives you the curriculum mapping to the general capabilities, to the learning areas, to the Australian teaching standards, introduces the 6 lessons to you, and the concept and the resources that support those. They're all there to be able to print it out like that if that's how you would like to deliver. And obviously for the core units, there's 4 levels within each of the core concepts. So there's 4 units of work. So that makes up quite a lot of units of work in there. With the scope and sequence options, we support you when you start with the Positive Living Skills program. We get together with you and talk about how you'd like to roll it out. You can roll it out as a 2-year program across the school. You can roll it out as a 4-year program across the school, and within each of these, we've provided template samples that you could, so here's a sample for how you could roll it out in year 1 of a 2-year program for years 3 to 6. So we've put it all out there. We just want this to be super easy for schools to implement, very positive content and easy for teachers, because our program is all about supporting teachers to support their students and supporting the families at the same time. You don't have to go this as a whole of school program. You could choose to have it as a very comprehensive and extensive resource pool of resources that supports your school values, that supports positive behaviour for learning, that supports the BU initiative. You know, that's the feedback we're getting, is that it fits in with all of those approaches and your own approaches as well. We've tried to provide you a lot of support in how to roll it out, so it's super easy to get started with and easy to deliver and gets positive feedback. So here we are at the learning experiences now. So there's 12 units as mentioned, 6 in the core part of the program, 6 in this extension part of the program. So I just want to show you through a couple of the learning experiences within the program, sorry. So in relaxation, for example, is 1 to 2, learning how to relax. So here we have a lesson, learning how to relax. It's all the lessons are 1 page, so you can deliver them as little as 15 minutes if you want to. You can expand lessons as well, however you want to. Teachers also adapt and adopt and relate the content to other learning, other events or other happenings in the school community. So you've got your resources listed down the left. You've got your script here, which you may or may not choose to follow word for word, but it's there if you're short for time or if you just want to pick something up and run with it. You've got your curriculum mapping to the learning areas, curriculum mapping to the general capabilities, and then you've got your resource, which is in this case an audio, spaghetti toes. So the years 1 to 2 students in this case learn about how to relax. So they're imagining that their fingers and toes are like hard, stiff, uncooked spaghetti. Then they do the relaxation exercise, and then they imagine that they're like soft cooked spaghetti, all warm and fluffy on the plate. So you've got your audio in a female and male voice option, and you've also got the resource. So for some reason the technology isn't playing the game that day, you've got a script you can follow and you could read this script out yourself. That's relaxation in the year 1 to 2 level, learning how to relax. So now I'm going to pick a lesson from the extension program, from the leadership unit. So I'll go in there, years 5 to 6, communicating like a leader. So this is a learning experience aimed for years 5 to 6. You've got your lesson, communicating like a leader. So that's about applying skills for self-leadership. It's got a resource called Qualities of Leadership. It's got a handout about a conversation. So there's the learning experience, all scripted, ready to go. There's the curriculum references, learning areas, general capabilities. Then you've got your resource, the Qualities of Leadership, which just helps the teacher to talk about what leadership is, what self-leaders are, how they communicate. And then there's actually a handout where the students role play a couple of conversations, or you can choose to do it in groups, in pairs, as a role play, as a group discussion. That's really your call. So there's a couple of the lessons within the program. And look, we're here to support. So along with what these folders and files that you're looking at here, that are all part of the program, you get sent some highlight clickers, there's posters, there's the possible puppet that you can see behind me there on the shelf, and comes with our onboarding and ongoing support. We're here to support you to deliver this. It's all teacher-led. You run it in the school how you want to. You can use it as a structured program or a comprehensive resource pool. And we also offer ongoing professional development experiences. So we're putting a lot of those on demand now on our website, so we can talk to you more about that. But we'd love to connect with you. And thanks for allowing me to show you through the program. And we look forward to connecting further. And look, really, we are all about helping young people learn the essential skills to build resilience, to build emotional well-being, to help them learn how their thoughts, feelings and behaviours interact, and how that affects themselves and other people, and how to be kind, and how to find joy in our lives. And we want to support teachers to do the same. And the feedback we're getting is very positive around all of this. You can have a look at our research papers online as well. So we look forward to connecting with you further. And thank you so much for being with me today. And we look forward to connecting soon.